Due to the pandemic, all of us are having different experiences and feeling different emotions. Everyone in our group is located in a different type of area, so in our video, we will be comparing the effects that the coronavirus has had on two cities, Pittsburgh and New York. Although they are both cities, the way that people have been affected is very different. Here's what we found out.
We're just kind of tired of being stuck inside, so we wanted to come out and enjoy the outdoor space while still keeping our social distance. We really just needed two trees that were about 15 to 20 feet apart because that's how long the slack line is, but yeah, it's just like a fun activity to be out in the open and enjoy the nice weather, so that's why we're out, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
We're just enjoying the nice day outside, took a walk through Shinley Park.
Well, we're at a picnic right now because we have reached a stressful time in this country and in the world where there's a virus and everybody's scared and everybody's freaking out, but I think it's good to come together at times, especially with family, like immediate family, and just enjoy the outdoors, because as humans, we naturally want to kind of just be with nature and be outside. You know, I think it's deep within us. So
yeah,
we got sick and tired of hanging out. Yeah,
okay,
so
I get it.
So we out just enjoying the weather.
Sweet.
The sun too, man. Gotta love the sun. It's
Sweet.
the best.
Sweet. You want to add anything?
Good.
Yes.
So we really like to use outdoor spaces to just enjoy being outside, and we have a lot of dinners actually. We enjoy setting up a grill and having food and going to different parks, different places, and
we really like recreational sports. So using outdoor spaces for things like that, like frisbee golf or volleyball, finding areas like that where we can kind of get people together typically and get to play sports and get out and be active. So that's what we like a lot.
yeah, definitely. Whenever there's not a pandemic going on, we get together with our friends a lot and love to play sports. So yeah, wherever there's a volleyball court definitely shapes where we like to hang out.
Okay, thank you.
So I like hanging outside because it's a good way to see people, and this is a nice space where there's lots of trees. You could put up a hammock, you could picnic, and it's a good weather. So it's a part of Pittsburgh that's like away from the city, because Shenley is like a big space with like a lot of greenery. I don't know. It's like a fun way to have social interaction, and like you could like play certain games like frisbee or like go on a run, biking, and it definitely adds to like this to the city and like Pitt's campus for me.
It's just a really good way to not like get away from like being inside, especially if you have a lot of work to do being like a college student. So I think it's really nice.
Yeah, it's nice to like have somewhere to go where you're not like trapped inside all day, and it's like has a nice view and it's a lot of green space, so you can really relax and like remove yourself from like doing like schoolwork and stuff like that.
You want me to go? Hi, my name's Amanda. So I run through Shinley every day, so I probably spend like an hour or two out here, and it's a nice day and it's quarantine, so we're just sitting here enjoying the nice view.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, thank you.
We're out here having a picnic. We enjoy using outdoor spaces just to catch the sun.
Because it's been quarantine, so it's just been stuck at home, so it's sort of just a change in pace.
Exactly.
But, go ahead, Cam.
Yeah, I like being outside in nature, kind of getting away from society and all that.
So, you know, why do you guys like outdoor spaces and what you guys doing today?
Well, today it's just too nice out, and we've had so many weeks right now during quarantine where we're just cooped up inside, so getting out to like Shenley or any public parks, like pretty close. It's nice to throw the football around, play some lacrosse, some baseball, listen to music, just lay outside. just get some vitamin D, get outside. It gets stir crazy in those 2 weeks of just sitting inside nonstop. So
Yeah.
yeah,
You guys want to add anything else?
Strictly wholesome activities.
of course, of course.
All right. So, why do you guys like outdoor spaces, and what you guys doing today?
Well, I'm playing some guitar and reading a book. I like outdoor spaces because I love being in nature and just like the green, everything, trees, grass, flowers. And I feel like being in the city, it's hard to like kind of get that experience. I don't know. I just like how it's not as crowded too. Like there's so much more space for everyone to like spread out and like run around and play games. And
Yeah, I feel like I would agree with that. I feel like my connection with nature is that it's very grounding, and being in a city, everything's on the go all the time, so it's nice to get into like a park somewhere I can just like be and connect. And it's, again, like she was saying, good to like get your own space, but there's good visibility and you can feel like a sense of community while having like your own little area doing your own vibe. But I'm painting, so it's been a nice day, just soaking up the rays, enjoying.
All right. So,
What's good?
yeah.
What is good?
hey.
You guys are biking today and enjoying the outdoor space.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. And how's that feel today?
Feels nice out. Today's beautiful.
Feels beautiful.
It's a good way to
Yes.
get out of the house.
Yeah. Okay.
Getting cramped up in there, you know?
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
What's
cool.
up?
Yeah. And you guys want to say anything else? You guys are college students?
Yeah, we go to Pitt. We're
You go to
seniors.
Pitt?
No
Seniors.
graduation.
Sweet. I'm a
Yeah.
sophomore.
That's terrible.
This is our graduation right here.
Graduation. Sweet. This is like
It's a victory lap.
it's the victory lap. That's what's up. I like that. I like that. Cool. 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 Anything else?
Nah,
Cool.
that's it, man.
Appreciate it.
Hanging.
I appreciate it. Appreciate it.
All right.
All right, cool. So yeah, this video was shot at Shenley area of Pittsburgh, where you have the Pitt campus, you have the CMU campus, and you also have a neighborhood of locals.
New York City is by far the largest city in America. With a population of 8.4 million people, it is larger than the next two largest cities combined. It is one of the most culturally important cities in America as well. It is known for iconic tourist destinations like Central Park, Times Square, and the Statue of Liberty. Normally, these sites are packed with tourists taking pictures and enjoying time with family and friends. Over 25 million people visit Central Park each year, making it the most visited of any park in the United States. This is where residents of New York go for exercise and leisure, and where tourists go to see street performers and experience a different side of urban living. But right now, Central Park is a shell of its former self. The pathway is typically packed with bikers and runners, and the typical picture destinations occupied by only the bravest Fiscal girls are nearly empty. A space that typically embodies the one area of respite from the hustle and bustle of life in New York is a desolate ghost town. This may be attributed to the commute people would have to embark on to get to Central Park, though. The fear of walking through the streets that could potentially be contaminated. The fear of sharing space with the same person you were shoulder to shoulder with just a few weeks ago. Times Square is one of the most popular destinations in the world. Over 50 million people visit Times Square per year. A space that is so enticing with its endless storefronts and flashing billboards that people flock from all over the world to experience the atmosphere is populated by a handful of photographers capturing the shocking void that will normally be packed to the brim with wide-eyed tourists and irritated New Yorkers. Even the naked cowboy is staying home. The streets of the city that never sleep are tucked into bed, watching Netflix and eating the second loaf of banana bread they made today. And from personal experience of being born and raised in New York City, I can tell you that fear is heavily induced in not only New Yorkers but tourists as well. Because seeing the streets like this, almost nearly empty, I've never seen that in my life growing up in the city, so it kind of makes the virus feel like it's a lot scarier than it should be. But then a part of me also kind of enjoys it just because it feels like I have the whole city to myself and that's not something that a lot of New Yorkers can get. So that's why you have a lot of people going out and taking pictures and just going for jogs and stuff around Central Park, because getting that sense of like aloneness in the big city like New York, it's something different that never really happens.